This fucking thing sucks. Testing 1 2. Fuck me. Fuck. Man, oh man. It's fucking ridiculous. Attendees. Oh man. The fuck, Denny?
So this is what it looks like, huh?
What?
Studio. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Did you get a chance to?
Wait a minute, Dan. Okay. Wait a minute, Dan. Hold on, Dan. Twitter. What's Jesus? Tumblr. Tumblr. We'll go on Tumblr tonight. Fuck that. All right. We're live on. Right now we're live on. Hang on. Okay, so right now we're live on Twitter, and got it. Okay.
But there ain't no cure. The summertime blues.
I want your life. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I want your life. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out what's fuck's going on. Let's see. I gotta shut this fucking thing off. Are you gonna look like that? Look what you look like on TV. Put some fucking makeup on or something like
Pretty
that.
good, huh?
No,
That's your camera. Your camera.
no, it's not my camera. Those
Yeah.
are fucking high-tech cameras. Would you shit me?
Oh shit.
You look like you get rosacea or something like
And
that.
you know?
No, I look good.
Okay.
I look fucking damn good. Are you kidding me?
Are you shitting me?
Mm-mm.
Don't forget, I was out in the sun all day. My face is red.
Yeah, I seen you walking around with your hands in your
What are you
pockets.
talking about?
Great fucking help. Great help. Instead of getting a truck and putting all those fucking boards in the back of the truck, you just walk down there one by one and picked up a board. One back and forth. Take all the fucking boards, throw them in the back of the truck, and bring them up to the thing. That's it. I mean, Jesus. That's why Rome wasn't built in a day. People like you.
Like me?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just want to make sure this is.
I wasn't the super on that job.
Hold on a second. Hang on.
These pictures are ugly.
That's
Oh,
you.
It's you, Joe. Look
No,
at it. It's just camera. Yours ain't too bad. We look like we're freaking red, both of us.
all right. Okay, so we are live on Facebook now. We're on YouTube and we're gonna be on fucking Twitter there. Hold on one second. Let me just share that out to the page. Posts. You know. Okay, so we're on about, I don't know, I don't even know how we're on. Hold on a second. What time is it? Yeah.
Quarter of maybe.
Yeah.
9:43.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. What's this on fucking Twitter? Hold on a second. All right. So hang on. There you go. Yeah. Profile. Oh yeah, there we are, right there. See that?
Yes, I do.
Watch this. Fucking cool, isn't that? Watch that.
I'm watching. You ready?
One second.
Look what's happening here.
See that?
I see. Still searching. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. So this is on Twitter right now. This is actually live on Twitter. So we're live pretty much everywhere that for this week we'll try it out like this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, good deal. Like it. All right, X that out. Okay. So anyway,
Looks good.
we're all set to go. Actually, we are live not right now. For you people that are looking at us, wondering what the fuck's going on, we're just setting up. This is our new season, so we're setting up with our new equipment and so on. But tonight, our special guest is Daniel Baldwin, and Mary brought in Daniel Baldwin. She's going to interview him tonight, and he's famous for a lot of movies. And he was recently awarded a Hollywood Stars Award. just recently, and he's been a lot of TV shows also. So stay tuned. We'll be coming on at 10 o'clock, and the coach and I are just gonna shoot the breeze for a little while and go from there. Okay, Coach, got anything to add about that?
No, hello, everybody. We haven't been around a while because we were on tour for a while. But,
Yeah, we're on fucking
we were on
tour.
tour.
Yeah, well, that's right. We've been on tour with. We've been.
We're on tour.
Who's been opening for us, by the way?
Well, what can we get tonight? Mr. Moore,
Hold on. Hold on. One of our co-hosts are trying to get in, and a second. This should be all done before we go on.
we've been out in the studio for a while. So.
No, but I mean, what about me?
What about Bob?
So that's it. So we're just waiting for our other co-hosts to come in this week, and she'll be interviewing Daniel Baldwin.
From the,
Huh?
I think a pretty bunch of brothers and stuff that are famous.
Yes, yeah. I think he's the famous one though. He's
There's Alec and
and
a couple of them.
yeah, a couple of them. Yeah. But anyway, so what I was doing is, Mary's here. Okay, so Mary's here. Let's see what Mary's here. Hold on, Mary. Hang on. I got to get you. Here we go. Mary. Okay, Mary.
He's coming to get you, Mary.
Promote the panelist. Let's see what. There's Mary.
And along comes Mary.
Hold on. Let me just see if. Okay, you've got to ask to start video, Mary. This way, if Mary wants to stay blank, she can, there she is right there.
There's Mary.
See this beautiful. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. Hold on. Unmute. We can't hear you, Mary.
All right, I'm trying. Hold
Okay, we got. Okay, we hear. So anyway, I just want to tell you something about Mary. See all these paintings in the back of her? She did all those paintings.
Wow. Yeah.
How you been, Mary?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Daniel's ready to come on too. So.
All right. We're actually tonight. We're on Facebook. We're on Facebook Live. We're on Twitter, and we're on YouTube. All three of them at the same time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we're live all over the place. So this should be interesting. I just hope I just hope everything stays up for the hour.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
Right. I mean,
we can make the hour.
Yeah. But yeah. So in other words, like right now you're on YouTube. We're actually we're live right now, but because we're testing all the stuff, so you can relax and do what you want to do until 10 o'clock. But whatever. So how you been doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just drinking coffee. Swear to God, honestly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
But when Daniel comes on, and you know him better than we do, so you can talk to him and stuff, and if I can ask him a couple questions and stuff like that. But it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, he has a lot of cool things going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very proud of him.
Good deal. I see a lot of you on the social media stuff and things like that. But now the Duchess got new boobs, right? You know that, right?
Who's this?
The Duchess.
Kimberly?
I said I didn't say her name. You did. I didn't say nothing. I just called her the Duchess.
Well, I figure her dog's name is Princess, so she's the Duchess, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet. She needs to come on and show us.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a great idea, but let's see if it can happen.
Yeah. But That's good. So what have you been up to? Those paintings are beautiful. You know, and you got them in some galleries and things, don't you?
I do. I have them in galleries, and they're going to be in a magazine
Oh, wow.
and a couple little TV shows, and it's really exciting. It
Well-
happened really fast, so
Yeah, I mean, very, very talented. I looked at a lot of. She sent me a lot of her pictures that she said.
I blew your phone up.
Huh?
I blew your phone up.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, how long does it take you to do one picture like that?
Well, it all depends on what I do.
Mhm.
If it's something that's like behind me right now, I'm in my art studio right now. That I don't know, that could take like a week or so. But everything else is usually quick, like an hour maybe.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, is this something you just picked up on your own? Did you go to school?
Nope. I just picked it up. I
Wow.
believe it or not, this is what happened. I went to Sue. Do you know who Sue Wong is? She's a
Yeah.
fashion designer.
Yeah.
Well-
I don't know.
I've heard the
You
name.
know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Well, she owns this house in LA, and it's called the Cedars, and it's a beautiful, beautiful mansion that used to belong to Howard Hughes, Jimi Hendrix, Johnny Depp. It has major history. Andy Warhol.
Wow.
And the house is haunted. She actually even had TV shows filmed there that for hauntings.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was in Andy Warhol's room, and I got my phone out, and I swear to God, you guys, there were orbs everywhere, and I don't know. I swear to God, something came within me, and the next day I left the party and I started painting. I
Wow.
swear on my life, that's how it happened.
That's how it all took place.
That's cool.
That's how it all took place.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great.
Yep. The ghost of Andy Warhol. He's inside of me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I just got really inspired.
Now, so I mean, are you still living in that cargo trailer?
Nope. Well, Joe, don't make it sound like I was homeless. It was
No, you wasn't.
converted.
No, that's the hip thing to do now. That's what
Yeah, it really. Well, I actually had a tiny home before that. One of the little tiny little houses.
Yeah.
It was. I was living in a house that was 420 square feet.
Mm.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but I liked it. Less clutter, you know. The bigger house you have, the more crap you have.
That's true.
Yeah.
But and then I moved onto my own little farm in Temecula wine country, and I was living in a converted cargo container.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
But now I live with my girlfriend in Paris, so I
In
have
Paris?
Yeah, not Paris, but
Paris, France.
Paris,
Paris,
Texas.
California.
Oh, the
Paris,
Paris, California. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so
Yeah.
you've been moving around.
I know. Wow.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a long time, probably about a year, right?
I know, it's been too long. I miss you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been on hiatus, right,
Yeah.
Coach?
We got a lot going on.
Yeah, I had a lot going on, with different things and stuff, and I can't really say because we're live right now, but this will all be cut out later. But just I had a lot of stuff going on, basically.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
He's
Thank
back.
you for having me.
He's back.
No problem. No
Full
problem.
force.
How are you, Coach? When are we going to? Oh my God! Wait, remember we're supposed to go to India?
India, yeah.
That's
Wait, listen to this. I just took a DNA test.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You guys are not going to believe this. I am Indian. I have Indian. Wait, no, Joe.
Well,
Wait,
all right.
hold on.
Wait. Joe, don't leave.
Hold your
No.
beer.
Don't leave.
shit. My freaking chick is falling down. But go ahead.
Wait.
You falling down.
See?
Wait, it gets better. It gets better.
All right.
We're on
It gets so much better. I'm like, I can't cracking up laughing. I'm Gambian African.
You are?
Yes. African, Chinese dye, Mexican,
Wow.
and Indian, and Iberian, Peruvian, and UK. Northern England.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
That's a big mix.
That's,
I know.
4 minutes. That's a big mix.
It's a huge mix.
Yeah. 4 minutes.
I know. So
Wow.
But
I think it's really cool.
mm,
But when you don't know that you're anything, you just think you're half Mexican, half white, and then you find all this out.
Yeah,
It's really,
yeah.
really freaking crazy. I think we should all take DNA tests and we reveal it on air. On
yeah,
the
that's
air.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll work.
Take bets. We should take bets.
Yeah.
And like like you're saying, you'd be surprised of what nationality you have in you. You know what blood you have. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's a
all right,
that's
and
quite a
I have to
mixture.
do I have to do a couple of dry reads before we go in, so you got to be quiet,
Oh,
especially you, okay? Because it's been a while, and I know you're a little excited here and stuff like that. But
Oh, God.
Mary's back.
yeah, I know. But I have to do a couple of dry reads. I'll do them shortly.
Okay.
Actually, I can do them right now. Before what time's Daniel coming in?
Told him 10 o'clock. So anytime.
Oh, he's okay. So let me just do the dry reads.
Okay.
Hold on. I forgot the name of the fucking song.
The what song?
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
He's killing me.
I forgot the name of the song now. Oh, and that was hold on. Oh, fuck. That was, and I'm still not sorry. And that hold on. That was still not sorry by Mint, and I'm still not sorry. And welcome to Night Talk, everybody. Okay. Welcome to Night Talk, everybody. And then one more I got to do is the thank you. What did I do before? See, the thing of it is, if I got these on tape, but I have to research them, and I want to do them quickly. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. Catch us next week on Night Talk with JOE ROXX out of Boston on Radio Global. Good night, everybody. That was it.
We're leaving? That's it?
No, that's
Oh,
it's easy if I do it like that, and then
you can fix it up later.
fix it up later. Yeah. But
You did good, Biden.
So
Just,
Mary's drinking coffee.
I am. And I have creme brulee creamer. It's so good. So delicious.
you got to try Bailey's in it.
Yeah.
Next time.
Bailey's.
Next time.
So yeah, I know that I had some questions for you. You was at that Hollywood thing, the big Hollywood thing out there, right?
Yeah.
And there was some actors that I would have liked to see. How did what's the girl there? The girl from Roller Boogie.
From what?
Roller Boogie. Or what's the Exorcist? That girl.
Oh, Linda Blair.
Linda Blair. Oh, yeah, Linda Blair.
She didn't show up. I was so sad.
Oh.
I just met the producer though, from The Exorcist. He's a really nice guy. I forgot his name, but yeah. Maybe I can have him on. I'll ask him. Yeah.
No, get Linda Blair on.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm an artist.
No, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of people that I would like to see.
I saw a lot of pictures from Mary on Instagram. Some pictures of her paintings and everything.
Yeah, I don't have Instagram. I'm just, I can't.
Mary and I have it.
Well, you guys are social butterflies.
Yes, we are.
I can't do all that stuff. I'm way too busy. All right, here we go. We're on at 10 o'clock right now.
10 o'clock.
Right.
Sharp.
Welcome everybody to Night Talk, and you were just listening to Mint, Still Not Sorry. And tonight, well, Mary's back with us. We're happy to have Mary with us tonight.
Hey, Mary.
And the coach. The coach is also here. And Mary's special guest tonight is Daniel Baldwin.
Which is here.
Oh, he is here. Okay, so let's bring him in.
Yeah, bring him in.
Let's see. Promote the panelist. He should be coming in 1 minute. You can catch us. You can catch us live on. Hold on. You can catch us live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube tonight, as well as Arms Radio. So we're pretty much all over the place tonight. We'll see if everything holds up. There you go. Hey, there you go, our big guy.
There he is.
There he is. Daniel Baldwin's here tonight. We can't hear you.
Daniel, you have to change your volume. There's a little red microphone and you have to click on that.
You mean like that?
Yes.
Like that, you
Yeah,
did.
that's right. It's like
Now,
that.
this is the big guy.
Oh, he's
Say
so
hi, Big Bear. Say hi, Big Jet. And there's Big Roof, and you're in the living room. Come on.
How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in tonight. We really appreciate it.
I'm so happy to be here, Joe. How's
yeah.
it going?
Really, it's going good. It's really going good. Mary, we was just talking about you, and we have a lot of questions. Dan, you've done a lot of great movies that I liked. You know, a couple of the older ones. You know, like Harley Davidson, The Marlboro Man. You know, that was a while ago, huh?
Yeah, that was a while ago. You know, I never realized the effect of that movie. It still has the ability to claim it's the only film ever to have the name Harley Davidson in it.
That's right.
And so, you know, Mickey was pretty big. Don Johnson was coming off of Miami Vice. He was pretty big.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I went to Sturgis and rode my Harley there, and I kept that long black coat from the movie.
Oh, no
I
kidding.
had more guys come up to me going, dude, you was Alexander in the movie. You know, they went crazy.
Yeah, that was a. I mean, you did a lot of them. I mean, Mary, you must have seen a few of his films too, right?
one of the films that I watched the other night, and I was I was kind of shocked. Bound. Do you remember that movie, Daniel?
Listen, you know, that was about. I was ready for them to tell me I was going to do full frontal nudity in that film.
I was, oh my God. I got embarrassed. I had to change it when my child walked in. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, but
one.
tell the truth, Mary, you went back and turned it on later.
Yeah.
Hey, now.
Yeah, she recorded it.
And then paused it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
went and bought the DVD.
Oh
Yeah.
man. No, I mean, yeah, that must have been. Yeah, how was it working with those guys? I mean, I know it was a long time ago, not a long time ago, but it was a while ago. And how was it working?
No, actually, it was a long time ago.
What?
There's a couple of things that you know as an actor when you're getting older. The second one I'll tell you is the most hurtful one. But the first one is, I was the dashing lieutenant, but then I became the young captain. And suddenly I was the major who was the only one that could still fly the plane, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm the colonel cresting on just about becoming an admiral or a general. And, I'm in the rear with the gear calling the shots George Patton style instead of being out there and actually doing the fighting anymore.
Yeah.
But the hardest one is when you're in the airport and you see some 19-year-old really pretty girl look up to you and go, "Excuse me, Mr. Baldwin, but can I have your autograph?" And I'm thinking, does this girl know anything I've ever been in? And then she goes, "My mother loves you."
Oh yeah, that's a. Yeah,
When she says my mother loves you, I want to slit my freaking wrists.
Yeah.
You know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Come on now.
Yeah.
Better than her grandma, though, right?
Well, he
Back
he also did Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that was with Tom Cruise, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Oliver Stone, big all-star cast.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first movies I ever did. Gets nominated for 13 Academy Awards, and I was walking around going, "That's right, we bad, baby," thinking I was going to be, Oscar nominated every time I walked out.
Yeah, yeah, he's a fantastic actor, But what have you been up to now?
I just finished a TV pilot for a mafia show called For Nothing with Michael Madsen.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. Nicholas Denman wrote these 3 novels about his experiences as a kid when his dad was kind of, shall we say, connected in Buffalo. And people don't realize a lot of the mafia stuff came through Buffalo and went down to the city. So very successful novels. Pilot turned out really, really well. So we'll wait. it's a Wired, Breaking Bad kind of, you know, they're going to say a lot of bad words. Well, we're not going to network television.
Yeah.
But, you know, to have a TV series when I live in upstate New York taking care of my kids,
Mhm.
that would be right down the road would be really interesting and a fun thing. And I'm now cutting together a year-long odyssey that I was on a documentary film that I directed that I'm in. A very interesting film called My Promise to PJ. You know, for guys my age, when Facebook started getting very popular,
Mhm.
I got in touch with people I hadn't talked to in over 30 years, you know, and
Yeah.
suddenly there's the class of 79 page, and there's, you know, Cindy Lou who says, hey, I was in your English class in 10th grade. And I'm looking going, Cindy Lou Who? My God, she looks really familiar. Does she still look like that? Because I'm going to call Cindy if she does. But anyway, you know, and as a service to my sobriety, I'm sober for 13 years now. I place people into recovery. We have this terrible heroin epidemic that's going around the country now with these kids. And so one such person that got in touch with me on Facebook, her name is Barbara Jean Constantino. She was the neighbor, lived right around a block from us when we were little kids. Her son was struggling greatly with heroin. And I put him, to make a long story short, I put him in one program, then I put him in another program. He kept relapsing. He'd get a year, he'd get 2 years. And this was about almost a decade-long odyssey I was on with this kid.
Mhm.
The last time I went, I had to go to Wilmington, North Carolina, and meet the judge. The judge was done with him. He sentenced him for, you know, I think 10 or 12 years he was going in. Non-sexual, non-violent crimes, but he kept stealing stuff, you know, because he was trying to supply his habit.
Yeah.
And I said to the judge, you know, let me take him one more time. I'm going to take him out to the program I went to called the SOBA Recovery Center in Malibu. And the judge gave him to me. And on that trip going out to California, I asked him to write a bucket list of the 10 things he always wanted to do, that if he overdosed or went to prison, he wouldn't get a chance to. So he writes his list of 10 things. And I took out the list I wrote in 2006, and we had one match: to run with the Bulls in Pamplona, Spain.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to him, I'll tell you what, you get 2 years sober and I will take you to run with the Bulls. So he gets 3.5 years sober, hooks up with some chick. She pulls out the needle. He thinks it's a good idea. He shoots up with her one more time, overdoses on fentanyl, and dies.
Mm.
So I lost him, one of my best friend's kids. So the 2-year anniversary of his death went by, and I was struggling with this one. I've lost a lot of guys, but not somebody this close to me. So I went for my physical, and my doctor said, do you know how much you weigh right now? And I said, I don't know, 245, 250. And she said, you wish. You weigh 285 pounds. You put on 30 pounds in the last 2 years. And I said, you know, I didn't notice.
No,
So
you don't notice.
February 7th of 2019, I went on a diet program called Diet Free Life. From February 7th till July 8th, I lost 55 pounds in 5 months.
Oh, very good.
I took PJ's ashes to Pamplona, and I ran with the Bulls and spewed his ashes after I ran with them in the stadium in Pamplona. And I documented my entire weight loss, the nutrition, the working out, and in and out of each time I go to another workout session or whatever, I interview his mom, I interviewed his dad. It's the first film to have all 4 Baldwins in it because we all knew PJ and his family.
Mhm.
And it also has me running with the Bulls, my big fat ass at 58 years old. And so it's a pretty cool documentary, pretty moving.
Yeah.
When does it come out, Daniel?
You saw the trailer, didn't you, Mary?
Oh my God, yes, I did. I was crying. I was crying. And you are an earth angel to me. You know that. You know I've told you.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Beautiful man.
Yeah, so
Not just looks, but the inside too.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, I fulfilled my promise to this kid. You know, it was really bothering me that I didn't do it. And I said to his mom, I said, you know, I'm going to be damned if I spent all this time with this kid and his death's going to be in vain. So I'm going to use his death to see if I can't motivate some addicts out there and help them get sober with the film. So hopefully that's what it accomplishes. You know, I don't know much about the documentary world. I've never made a documentary before, and I really don't care if it makes any money. If it saves some lives, that'd be pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Daniel, I have a question. What was the turning point for you? What made you decide to become sober?
I can remember the night. I was in the Marina Del Rey Hotel. that hotel goes all the way down into where all the boats are. So it's way off the main drag. And, you know, when you smoke cocaine, which was my Achilles heel, you know, you want privacy. That's something that has an odor to it, smoke and everything else. So I remember I was sitting on the edge of the bed, and I'd been in there for 5 days, and I hadn't slept or eaten anything in 5 days.
Wow.
And it had one of those, remember the clocks, Joe, that they had the little, the numbers were on, they rolled over and the number was on a plate and the
Oh,
plate
yeah,
rolled over.
yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those bad boys that the plate would flip with a new number every minute.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting in the bed and I did a big hit of cocaine and my entire left arm got numb and started hurting me and my chest started like really tightening. And I knew I was pre-cardiac arrest. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to have a heart attack. And I braced myself and I started trying to calm myself and breathe. And so this is the level of addiction I was on. I put the pipe down. I sat facing the clock and I waited for 30 more plates to roll, thinking, well, all I got to do is wait a half hour in between hits and I can do another one. And I did another one and my arm went numb and my chest got tight and I waited 30 minutes and I did this for hours.
Wow.
You know, on the brink of having a heart attack. When I ran out, I had that moment of clarity where I thought, you need to call someone and get you out of this hotel room or you're going to die here. Your kids are going to read that you died smoking cocaine in a hotel room. And so I went through, you know, I'd been to 8 rehabs already. And I called one and the guy said, I'll have someone call you. And I said, no, I'm in trouble. I need someone to take my call. And then I called the second one. Then I called this place called SOBA, S-O-B-A. And the owner answered the phone, Greg Hanley. And I said, listen, I don't even know if my insurance will cover it. I know I don't have that much money. I've smoked so much of it away in the last 6 months. Well, I do know I need help. He goes, where are you, man? I'll come get you. And he came and got me. And I stayed inpatient for 127 days. And I lived in the sober living for 18 months. And I never looked back.
Wow.
Wow, very good.
Daniel, what if any advice you could give anybody out there that wants to get off drugs but doesn't know the first step to take? What do you suggest? Anything, any insight you have?
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of it depends on what the frequency of the use. You know, you want to get assessed. You know, I have an email. It's really simple. Baldwin Help. Spell my last name BALDWINHELP at iCloud.com. And I will actually call you myself. I show up some people's homes and I'll figure out a way to get you in. Now, usually if you're at the level of addiction or alcoholism that I was at, you probably need to go detox and you need to go into treatment. The problem is that most people don't understand why treatment is usually only 30 days. And the answer to it is, it started in the United States Air Force when the pilots were drinking and they could only get off for 30 days with paid leave. So they made the model of an insurance stay 30 days. But if you look at the mathematics behind it, mathematics is a science. It doesn't lie. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. The average person, so that stays for 30 days in rehab, less than 3 out of 100 stay sober for 1 year. If you move that to 3 months, it goes to 12%. At 6 months, it goes to 45%. Now think about that for a minute. 45 out of 100 stay sober for 1 year. 6 months of it, they were already in rehab. Mm-hmm. So they only 45% stay sober for 6 more months. But at 1 year in a controlled environment, 95% get multiple years of sobriety. So there's something that goes on between that wiring in your head and that 6 to 12 month range that is significantly different as far as, you know, I always say this, you have a basket of behaviors, put a basket in front of you like an Easter basket. You know, when you're using and drinking, you're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing, you're missing work, you know, all the things you're doing to support that habit. When you strip that basket of over half of your behaviors, you better fill it back up with things to do, or that addict is going to get bored and go back out and use again. So, you know, I'm a proponent of long-term recovery. I think you need to go into a sober living and live with other sober men or women. But I can certainly help anyone out there that needs help. They just have to email me.
You're awesome. For real.
Yeah. I mean, see, Why can't you be like that?
Oh, I'm not as good as him.
Wait, who are you talking? I've only got
The coach.
Joe and Mary on. Who else are we talking to?
Oh, the coach.
Oh,
Oh, you can't see the fourth monitor?
Is it voice activated? Because you speak up, Coach. Jesus.
well,
Yeah.
I'm very interested in what you're talking about. So
Yeah,
very, very interesting story.
but yeah.
Now, why do you call him Coach? Is he a coach?
No, he's
No.
not. He's just, he thinks he is. He
Wanna
he
be.
walks around with a baseball
I'm-
hat year round. You know, he just, that's why he's called the coach. I mean, why are you called?
But baseball hat year round. That's all.
You're embarrassing him. He's all red right now.
You know, I was
No,
out
he
in
has rosacea.
the sun all day.
Were you coaching, golfing? What were you doing?
No, I was down in Florida. I was in Florida for 10 days.
Yeah.
Get back
Oh, that's
2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, he came back. He's back.
I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
So wait, Daniel has a few more things that he has up his sleeve that are just phenomenal. He has 2 apps coming out, correct, Daniel?
I do.
Two.
I'm with a company called Stay Healthy. Well,
Mhm.
actually, I should tell you the story
Tell us
of
the story.
how I got with Stay Healthy. So imagine this now. I get this message, this inbox on Instagram from this woman, Alina, and she says, I know you don't know me, and I know I've never met you before, but I follow you on Instagram, and I follow you on Facebook and Twitter, and I've followed you for years.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something that may seem odd to you, but you'll know in 48 hours that who I am is true and real. I'm a bit of a mystic. I have a lot of celebrity clients that I tell them things that they need to do and not do, and I predict their future for them, and I guide them. She said, I'm going to tell you something. In the next 48 hours, multiple doors are going to reopen for you from people that you tried several times to make deals with on various businesses or even in the entertainment business. Each time that happens in the next 48 hours, I want you to say yes, no matter what it is. And I'm telling you, you'll know by tomorrow. So, of course, I'm reading this, right? I don't know this woman or anything. And I go,
Right.
okay, well, it's not going to be, if you don't do this in 9 years, you're going to die or something. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going to find out tomorrow. So I write back, wow, thank you. That's it's great. The next morning, a guy that I tried 5 different times, I can name the things we were going to do, blah, blah. He calls me up. He goes, hey, man, way out there too, like not something I do. I'm rebranding this big insurance company, and I thought about you to come in and do the creative. I know we haven't been able to get together, but I'm reading this, right? This text message. The last time I got a text message from this guy was 2011. So I'm looking at the last message was 2011. And then in the end of 2019, it's just a few months ago this happened. And so I said, okay, well, I just wrote yes on the bottom. The girl said, just say yes. So that's all I said was yes. He was great. I'll get some material to you. So I'm like, okay, well, this is really odd. 4 hours later, Robert Ferguson, the guy from Diet Free Life, who I lost all the weight. I wanted to be their spokesman. I thought that their product and their concept was really, really effective. And it also helps diabetics quite a bit. And I'm a type 2 diabetic. So he calls me, phone's ringing. I see it's Ferguson. Haven't talked to him in a year. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, Stay Healthy. This new company just bought Diet Free Life, and they want you to be their spokesperson. I'm going to make a deal with you. I know we couldn't do anything before. It wasn't really the right time, blah, blah. This has been 5 years. And I went, yes.
Yes.
So you're right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was waiting for, I wondered if this covered chicks too, all the really, really good looking girls that laughed at me and threw me aside. Were they all going to start calling and going, hey, come over right now? Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I was going to say yes to everything. I was told to say yes.
You're so bad.
Wow.
So Diet Free Life and Stay Healthy have an app that's coming out called the OWL app. And to make a long story short, what these 2 oncologists did was they were literally out to lunch one day, and one said, have you ever noticed that women that have breast cancer, the ones that have a recurrence of breast cancer are heavier than the ones that don't? And the other doctor looked at him and said, no, I've never put that. He goes, look at it. And they started looking at the body mass versus cancer and the body mass of a person versus the recurrence of cancer. And in the recurrence of cancer, it was astronomical how accurate the percentage was. Those women that were 20 pounds overweight were 20 times more likely to get a recurrence of cancer. Those women that were 50 pounds overweight were 500 times. I mean, it was right to the letter of how much heavier you were, or you should be, to how many people got the recurrence of cancer. So they did a 10-year study of it, and they've got this app that's coming out called the Owl, and it's going to monitor people, and I believe it's going to save millions of women's lives with breast cancer, because there is a direct correlation between fat and cancer for sure, and they discovered it. So I jumped on because my mom has a breast cancer research fund that's saved a lot of lives and raised millions and millions of dollars to try to find a cure for breast cancer. So I've loaned my name and my family's name to this app, and we're going to raise money and try to save some women's lives.
That's amazing. What's the name of your mom's organization?
It's the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund of Central New York.
So you guys are taking donations for that, yes?
We take donations. What we do, unlike a lot of other, and I want to knock Susan Komen or any of these other big ones, we have a 9-oncologist board, and you submit your research to us, and we fund grants to find a cure. We don't do anything else. So we want to find a cure. We spend our money on finding a cure. We have 2 employees. We don't have the big overhead with people leasing Mercedes-Benz and fancy offices, but we don't have an office. We did a trace, what's called a trace study. So we've raised, I think, 20-something million dollars for this fund. But the trace money, which means we seed the initial research. Since the seed of the research, so let's say we gave you $1 million because your research showed such promise. Due to the research you did with our $1 million, another $79 million has been raised due to our seed money. So we're really at over $100 million now because we caused the other 79. So we're very proud of that. My mom,
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. What do you think, Coach?
That's awesome, my friend.
Coach, you gotta stay out of that sun, man. I don't want to have to give like cancer cream on that face.
No
A
more
little
cancer.
red.
No more cancer for me.
You're like the guy on the Tim Allen show. You only
Oh,
get
yeah.
the
The guy looking over the fence.
Yeah, you're like the Wizard of Oz. You're bad. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. It's a coach.
Oh,
A
God.
lot of sun.
Yeah.
A lot of sun last week.
Hold on. I think somebody else is trying to get in here. Hold on one second.
Who's coming in?
I don't know yet. Well, just relax. I don't know.
Easy, Joe.
I know, huh?
Okay.
Right, Joe? Hey, Coach, settle him down.
I'll-
He's got too much coffee in him.
I'll straighten them out. Yeah.
Yeah, get it done.
You have no idea. You hang around with him for a couple of days, okay? You
What are
lose
you
your
talking
mind.
about?
Yeah. You lose your
Talking
mind.
about you missed the coach. He was away.
Mary, come on. Tell him, huh?
No, the coach is really nice.
All
Really,
right. See?
I want to know why the coach isn't on camera.
he is on
He
camera.
is on camera.
I am.
Everybody else gets to see him but me?
No, you. Let me just see if I can do something different. Hold on one second.
Yeah, bring me the coach, would you please?
Come on.
Hold on one second.
Maybe because he's on his cell phone that there's not enough room or something. I don't know.
Can you see him now?
No, I can't see him.
Say something, Coach.
You're not missing much.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're not missing
No,
much.
we are on the replays are on YouTube and Facebook and also we're streaming live on Twitter. So
We're on like 30 different platforms right now.
yeah, but
Wow.
this is the first time that we've been on multiple
Yeah.
multiple streaming platforms for video.
Oh,
So we're just trying it tonight, but on audio platforms we're on, I don't know, everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
Can we,
So
I have more questions for Daniel. Sorry, Daniel.
Oh, come on, Mary, bring it. I'm not afraid of you.
Okay. No, this one I really, really love for the children, the Color Quest app.
Yeah. It's
That
amazing.
is so cool.
So have you
Joe has a little girl. I bet she would love it. Go ahead, tell him.
have you read the statistics on Color Quest right now?
No, I haven't.
Got
Not yet.
422 million impressions in 1 year.
Whoa.
It has 54 million downloads.
Wow.
It's #1. It's beating Frozen on iTunes, and it's amazing. So here's what they did. You're going to the market. and we made a deal with Albertsons. So you go to the market and you're a mom and you have your kid and your kid's going to take the phone. You're about to pull your hair out of your head. You want the kid to be quiet. And you just want to get your shopping done. So you give the kid the phone and you go on the Color Quest app and you can pick a vegetable. You can color the vegetable with your finger on the phone. And then the vegetable, we own the rights to 2 big patents for augmented reality. So you can take, by just using your phone and photographing the store, and you can put yourself and that you colored tomato, let's say you pick, and you can walk and augment the reality and make a video of you walking hand in hand with the tomato down the aisle.
Kind of like the Pokemon. It kind of looks like the Pokemon thing.
A little bit, a little more advanced than that though.
Yeah,
because, it'll come out and it'll give you a lesson on something to do with the tomato and mention nutritional facts. And then you can even TikTok these videos if you want. So imagine beyond that, what you're going to be able to do with this once they get rolling. You could take a guy like Justin Bieber and have him do a song and dance, and you could photograph your room, put Justin Bieber in the room, and you and him dance and sing the song together and record it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing the technology.
You have to hook up with Justin Bieber. Why don't you make that happen?
He's already family, but he backpedaled because when they announced the wedding and they asked all of us how we felt, I went after him a little bit. I said, listen, what are you going to do? And are you going to accept him in the family? I said, he's not in my family. He's not my family until he scores a touchdown in the Baldwin Brothers Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl game. He's nothing to me. Nothing.
All right.
He's got to go in the end zone for 6, and he's got to do the celebration dance. He's a Canadian kid. Coach, they run first. The receivers get a running start up there in that place.
Oh, wow.
What are they doing up there, Coach?
I might even be able to do that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You take that baseball cap, Coach, and a pair of cleats, and you're in the game.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Coach, maybe Haley Bieber will leave Justin for you.
What?
I don't know. By the way, I think Haley Bieber is the most beautiful woman on this planet. I just have to tell you that.
Yeah, she's a very pretty girl.
Yeah, she is. Besides your
Have you seen Aliyah, her sister?
No, never.
Oh my goodness, she's so beautiful too.
Everybody in your family, you guys don't do ugly. Nobody in that family is ugly.
Coach does.
Yeah. Coach Baldwin,
I'm easy. Yeah.
forgotten brother.
I'm easy.
That's about to come out of your nose, Joe.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Coach, you're Haley's future husband.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
I'll get you in that family one way or
No,
another.
actually, the coach was going to go with Mary and Zipper to
India.
India. But
India. We want to go to India so bad.
They went to
Why do you want to go to India?
ride an
I don't
elephant.
know. I don't know. I'm just drawn to it.
Right?
Oh gosh, I hate to disappoint you, but it's not all it's cracked up to be.
No?
No, I've been there. I was very disappointed.
Where do you suggest I go?
What do you like? Tell me, do you want hot? Do you want, temp? What kind of climate? And
I just love nature. I love color and I love nature. So where should I go?
Color. I'd say of the most significant trips in my life, I do what's called my National Geographic trips. So because it's my favorite magazine, when I read one of the magazines, if I see something in it that I'm really fascinated with, I tear it out and I put it into a file. And then every 5 years, I take the file out and then I go, okay, well, this was to Mars. I'm not going there. This one was to the moon. I'm not going there. This one was to, and then I process of elimination, I narrow it down. And then I pick which one of those amazing things I want to see. And then I pack up and I go. So Running with the Bulls was one that I always wanted to do. I went to Easter Island and saw the giant alien heads that are on Easter Island. I went on a 2-week spiritual pilgrimage with the Laplanders on the Arctic belt. It's the only fully nomadic tribe still existing in the world. They hike reindeer in the polar cap, and I went up to Finland and I flew out in a helicopter and they dropped me off. And my last words to the helicopter pilot was, what if they don't come this way? And he goes, they're going to come. They know we drop off the supplies. I didn't speak a word of Finnish. and I walked for 2 weeks with these amazing people, learned how to make ice tents and
Wow.
how to communicate with them. So, I mean, I think it has to do with, there has to be, the one I haven't done yet that I'm going to do next is go to the Wailing Wall. I'm going to go to Jerusalem where it all started with Jesus. I want to go see that.
Did you go to the Caribbean last week like you were supposed to?
I did not go to the Caribbean last week. I need a vacation and where it's sunny so bad.
Mhm.
I do. I need to, when I get done with the movie, cutting the film probably in the next 3 weeks, I'm due like a hide in, Costa Rica, go someplace where there's just a hut and sand and no phones, nothing for like a week or two.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take
Are
10.
you a hut in Costa Rica type of person, Mary?
I don't know. I'm up for anything really.
What? Yeah, tell us.
Jeez, Coach, I've struck. Coach, did you see strike 3 right there? Strike 3.
No,
Just he hummed the fastball around the outside corner, Coach. I didn't even see it.
All right.
okay. Yeah.
What's up with a changeup,
No,
Daniel?
you're a-
Yeah.
What's up with a changeup?
Coach is a double wide. He likes that, right, Coach?
I'm easy, I told you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Give him a double wide. He's all set, no matter where it is.
That's all.
Yeah, it's all he
Double wide, AAA ball down in Tampa. He's good.
I'm in.
needs. Oh man, oh man. Yeah. So
I'll score a touchdown.
where would you like to go, Mary? I mean, like nature.
Well, I just said India, but I guess that's not such a great idea.
No, go to India. It's very, very populated. And my experience there was it was not particularly clean.
Yeah, that would ruin it for me, considering I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, to me, I couldn't get over how dirty it was there.
Oh.
Really?
So that kind of ruined it for me.
Hey, Daniel, have you seen the Aurora Borealis?
No.
Oh, that's definitely bucket list right there for me.
Have you, Coach?
No. I don't-
Coach, can you see that from a double wide down in Florida?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. If I can see it, I'll do it. How's that?
Oh man.
Coach, where you got to be from New York first, though, right?
No. He's just a country bumpkin. He's
Yeah.
from New Hampshire, right? No, you're not from New Hampshire. You're from Drake, it,
No, from Mass.
Massachusetts. Yeah.
Raised, I was born in Mass, but
Yeah.
What are you like, Worcester? Were you Worcester?
I was Draken.
Draken. Yeah.
Draken, Mass.
He used to help cows give birth.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what you
Grew up
told
on
me.
a farm.
Yeah, he grew up on a farm.
11 kids in my family.
That's one of my favorite movies I ever did.
What's
Animal
that?
House?
So Donnie Most, remember Donnie Most?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie Most comes running up to me one day and he goes, "Hey, I wrote this script. I'm not even going to tell you the story. It's a true story. And I wrote this character with you in mind. You got to read the script." And the name of the script is Moolah. Moooo. So moolah, like money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the story. So Donnie's sister marries this guy that went to like Cal State Northridge. He lives in a fraternity house with 3 other guys. There's 4 of them in the suite. One of them is a chemical engineer. One of them is a marketing guy. One of them is this, whatever. Well, the chemical engineer guy is in the lab at Cal State Northridge and mixes a bunch of stuff together and comes up with the original glow stick formula, where you snap the plastic thing and the thing turns and illuminates. It's like, well, this is back in like the 70s. So they form a company, the 4 guys. One guy's going to run distribution. One guy's going to do all the money. One guy's the chemical guy. And they start making these stupid sticks. So they're making them and they're doing well, like around 4th of July, Christmas. Every once in a while they get a wedding. Some of the bigger holidays they're selling, but they're really not cutting it and they're about to go under. They can't keep it going. And suddenly they get an order from some address in Wisconsin. And the guy says, "Hey, can we get, two gross, 144 in a box," and he wants 2 boxes of them. That's a pretty big order for a private place that's on a, 4th of July catering place or a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, they send them up there and the guy orders 10 of them, 10 gross. So they call the guy. They say, "What the hell is going on there at this Wisconsin address that you want 10 crates of these damn glow sticks?" And they said, "You're not going to believe it unless you see it. You need to fly up here." So the four guys, it's a dairy farm. So they fly up there. Now, on a dairy farm, when the cow gets pregnant, you get a calf and you get the milk. That's how you keep the thing going. Now, you're not going to have all of them pregnant at all times. And they're working at about a 70% ratio because they have guys called Xers. If it's a Holstein, a darker, black and white cow, they take a white can of spray paint and they spray an X on the side of the cow, because the way they tell is another female cow will jump up on the back of the cow and they'll see it trying to hump the cow. They get out of the Jeep and they put this X on it. And then another guy driving by sees the cows that have the X's, and he's got a big fat turkey baster, and he inseminates the cow right there in the field. That's how they keep them pregnant on a dairy farm. Is that a fact, Coach?
Yes, it is, my friend.
So check this guy out.
Well,
The
certainly.
military up there bought like 10 crates of these glow sticks, and one of them fell off the back of a Jeep. And the guy on the dairy farm turned around and taped 100 of them on the coccyx, on the back high bone of the cow. The next day, 2 of them were glowing, and he went, you know what? Inseminate those 2 cows, and let's see if I'm right. Sure enough, the only thing that could get on the back and break that glow stick was the chest of another cow. They then took 500 of the glow sticks and put them on cows all around at night. And whenever they saw one glowing on the back of the cow, they hit him with a turkey baster. They went from 70% pregnancy rate to 99.9. The glow stick did not lie.
Wow.
The only thing that could break that glow stick, they revolutionized the dairy industry. Now, those cows have a circular round glow stick that they've made for this purpose, and they glue it to the back of every cow on every dairy farm now. But because of these guys who were about to go under, the American farm, the AFI, purchased the rights to their business for $350 million.
Wow.
They were going under, and they revolutionized the dairy business with the glow stick. After I read how ridiculously insane that story was, of course, I went and did the movie.
Wow.
Wow.
And that, my friend, is the story of the glow stick and the dairy industry.
Coach went out with a few girls that have glow sticks.
Oh, yeah.
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 Coach was working on the farm. You know what his girlfriend said to him?
Oh, I can imagine.
His girlfriend said, "Don't worry, Coach. It's only you that I love."
Oh,
Ah.
The
oh man. So I mean,
show just went sideways. Where's Mary? She's beautiful to look at. Get her
Yeah.
back.
She's still here.
Wait, I have a question. So you're saying that right now at dairy farms, they all have the little glow stick on their backs?
Well, that's the way it was after this, story was written. So I don't know if they've come up with something with more ingenuity, but I imagine they're still doing that. It's pretty foolproof.
I don't know. I've driven by farms at night and I never see anything glowing. I think that would be so sick to see. I want to see it.
I don't,
I want to see
Yeah.
it.
well, you couldn't see them anyway, right? How can you see it?
Why?
Yeah, if it's at nighttime and they broke that thing, it would.
Yeah, if they broke it down the back, right?
It would.
Oh, in the
illuminate at
back?
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
on the
put it
back
up
of
on
the
their.
cow.
They put it up on like the equivalent of your lower back. Remember, they're standing up high on 4 legs.
Oh, okay. I thought they put it in the box, right? I mean, that's what I. Well, I mean, that's what I thought. I mean, I don't know how is it. How's it?
No, it's not a. It's not a glow dick. It's a glow stick.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a farmer. I don't know anything about that.
Aren't you listening to the story, Joe?
No, I was listening to it, but I wasn't. I'm not a farmer. I don't know what those, how it is. I just drink a bottle, get milk and pour it. I don't milk cows and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about it. From the North End, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Mary, you got my story, didn't you?
I had
No,
the
everybody got the
I did.
story, but city people don't understand that, right? I mean, you understand because you're a bumpkin, but
I'm a farmer from way back.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it was a good story. It was a good story, man.
Very good
It was a
story.
Yeah. Well, no.
I never had the glow sticks though.
What is Coach? Coach is in the studio with you,
Yes.
and Mary's on location at home.
Yeah.
Mary's in
Maybe you can
California.
see me, right?
what?
You can see
I
me.
can see you. Yeah, yeah,
I think he's on his phone, so it's kind of too small.
yeah.
I'm not that big.
What? No, the phone. He's. Are you on phone? you on a
I'm on
phone?
my phone. No, I love the coach is a mystery to me right now. I love them.
Well, you'll see him in a little while because he'll be back up on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and watch the show just so I can see the coach.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I bet you a majority of the viewers watch the show because of the coach.
they
Oh,
do.
They do.
They do.
Right, man?
And the interesting conversations we have. This is
Absolutely.
actually this kind of show is a very clean show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
Oh, is this normally a little more filthy?
Yeah, I would say so.
Normally.
I would say so. Yeah, we with respect to Mary and stuff like that, we're kind of because she's kind of like right.
Yeah, that's the Virgin Mary there.
Well, you know what I mean.
I don't know about that, but close.
She's drinking coffee. I mean, what are
I'm
you
drinking
I
coffee.
might need a cup of coffee pretty soon.
yeah, but that's what she's drinking.
Drinking coffee and water.
What?
Yeah, normally I'm drinking beer, but I told you I haven't been drinking that much. I don't drink that much anymore. I'm into my art. Keeps me busy.
I love your art. I saw your art on display at the award show we were at.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a lot of vibrant colors, and it makes you smile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
She always-
It's cheery art.
it is. Yeah, it's cheery out.
Yeah.
It's me.
Coach, I could see a
Yeah.
couple of those paintings in that double wide.
Yeah,
I
the
could.
Florida room or something like that. You know?
Yeah, like a
Oh, no, there you
farm,
go.
like a farm with a really red faced guy catching a big carp.
No, there was one that she showed me. I really liked that. I'm just, I like that one. Now you sell them, Mary?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so why don't you tell people of how to get I mean, can you?
How they can purchase one of these.
Yeah.
Well, I have an Instagram account. I just started for it. Art by Mary I didn't even do the name, so it's Art by Mary 2020 on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And I have I also have my art in galleries and in I'm gonna have it in a magazine and just
That's great.
Yeah.
like that.
Awesome. Yeah, it's that's fantastic work.
Yeah.
Coach,
Did you sell a lot of it at the awards thing? Because a lot of people were looking at it.
No, actually something great came out of it. One of the restaurant owners there, I'm painting a mural in her restaurant right now because she liked my art. So I'm doing kind of an abstract thing on her wall, and then she's going to have my art in her. She has 11 restaurants actually, and she wants my art to sell in her restaurants. So that came out of it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
that's very good.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she got me some art students that want to learn how to paint. So good things.
Good. Very
But
good.
Daniel, I think some of my art would look really, really good in your house too. Just saying.
Yeah, I would prefer to have you come paint something on one of my walls.
Ooh,
That
okay.
would be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Unicorns and kittens. Just kidding.
Yeah, unicorns and kittens.
That would really look over.
Yeah.
I have a
That'd
friend
go for
who
good,
should do. He offered to come do something. He's a wonderful Romanian artist named George Dragici,
Mhm.
who does these massive, paintings. A very good friend of mine, a lovely, lovely artist. I could see the two of you getting together and collaborating on something.
Yeah. What do you want? What kind of mural do you want in your house?
I don't know. I think I believe what Henri Matisse said, which is there will always be flowers for those who want to see them.
Oh,
So,
Well, that's,
Yeah.
he's gonna do a way over our head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, coach, or there will always be double wides for those who want to live in them.
I'm just a farm boy.
Yeah, but that's why I put you in the mix, coach. I don't forget about my friends.
There you go, brother.
I don't forget about my friends, coach.
There you go, my good friend.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. But anyway, you're listening to Night Talk with Joe ROXX on Joe ROXX Live, and if you want to come into the studio and anytime, stop by, just type in Joe ROXX Live and come right in. Otherwise, you can always see us on Spreaker. I mean, catch the replays on Spreaker and iHeart, and a few other places. So the show usually comes back up in about an hour, so the people who missed it can come and watch it again.
Well, the
You know?
people who can't see me.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to see Coach in in the replays. But the reason why we use these things, Daniel, is because so we can see each other talking. It's easier to do it like this than just on the radio. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we.
Yeah. I did an ESPN show for a while, and we were talking about putting cameras. It was a radio show. We were talking about putting cameras in. They got that thing where you talk now and it clicks the camera on the person talking. And,
Yep.
And then they had I want to say it was called like Twix or what's the thing?
Yeah. Twix is it's a gaming it's a gaming system for advertising for in other words you can do a show.
Yeah, they were all talking about they want to do this, want to do that. And I said, I like when they call in and we just talk, man. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
And don't you have a podcast yourself?
I did. I actually did. I was with ESPN, and I did the show for 1 year, and it became the #1 show in New York State in 1 year, a sports show. And then I decided I was going to go do. I kind of was bad timing. I left the show to do the documentary, and the documentary was, just to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
The Odyssey was 6 months, and then it's been 6 months of post-production now, and getting the movie ready and doing some music and cutting it. I mean, I had over 60 hours on 3 different cameras, so I had 180 hours worth of material to knock down to 90 minutes. So
are you doing the post-production yourself?
I'm doing it with my editor, but yeah,
That's
I go
a
through.
lot of work right there. That is.
I go through every frame myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But we're almost done. We'll be done the next couple of weeks, and I'm out to. I stole some music from Neil Young, and I was told that's probably not a good idea without Neil's permission. And I stole a song from Sarah. Yeah.
You
You know what, Coach? I figured, Coach, you probably know him, no? Back in the old, smoking fatty days.
Yeah, we're good pals. What buttons?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
What buttons?
Oh, man.
And I got a song from Sarah McLachlan that I'm trying to get a hold of her to see if she's gonna. I just want to be able to use the songs in a festival, but see how it does. I'm going to try to get it into the Toronto Film Festival, and then hopefully we'll get it on some screens and help some of these kids that are struggling so bad. What's next, Joe?
No, I mean, Mary has some questions for you, right, Mary? I mean, that's.
No, I've been asking questions, Joe.
Well, I mean, I'm listening. I'm just listening. It's our first show of the season, and Coach and I are trying to get
We regrouping.
Yeah, Coach and I
Coach is getting his sea legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our first show of the season,
Might be our last.
no, this is going to be my last. Maybe your last.
This is opening day.
Yeah, it's opening day. Yeah,
It's opening day.
Actually, when is opening day?
Pitching. First week of April.
Yeah. Now, who's your team?
I'm an old New York fan, so I'm a Yankee, Giant, Ranger. I'm just that old school New York Knicks.
Yeah.
I can remember being in the Garden, and guys from this new upstart team called the New York Islanders, and they won. I think they were the drive for 5, so they won four cups in a row. And early on, we had to get the record straight. These guys were coming in wearing Islanders jerseys in Madison Square Garden, and we would beat the living shit out of them right in the middle of the aisle. And then we would take the bloody jersey and throw it out onto the ice and go, "Yeah, come on in here and wear that."
So
jersey.
the Mets are in New York too, right? The Mets and the
Yeah,
Yankees.
you mean the Dandelions?
Yeah.
When they had the Subway Series, the New York Times called Alec, the New York Times called Billy, the New York Times called Steven, and they got to me last. And they said, "We got a comment for the Subway Series from all 3 of your brothers. We want to know, who do you like, Yankees or the Mets?" I said, "You mean the Yankees or the Dandelions?" And the reporter said to me, "Are you calling the New York Mets the Dandelions?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "Why is that?" I said, because they bloom in the spring and they die in the fall.
Girlfriend.
The Miracle Mets.
Yeah.
There you go, baby. You got to believe.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Boston? You must have been in Boston at one point, right?
And then I got 2 words for you up in Boston. Bucky Dent.
I was just you words out of my mouth. Bucky's Dent.
Bucky Dent, baby.
Bucky's Dent.
Yeah.
Good.
Phew, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Bucky Dent was a shortstop for the New York Yankees. He
Oh,
had hit
okay.
two home runs
Broke a lot
the
of hearts.
entire season.
Yeah.
He goes, he's played there. They came in with an exact tied record, and they had to play 1 extra game to see who won the American League East. And Bucky Dent in the 7th inning hits his 3rd home run of the season to win the game against Boston. And forever it will be. There's 2 things you don't want to say to a person from Boston: Babe Ruth or Bucky Dent.
Man,
Yeah.
Bucky's Dent.
Yeah. I'm not a big
Bucky's Dent.
baseball fan though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, you New England boys. I said 4 months ago on a friend's ESPN show, and I think it was Levitard, and I said, Tom Brady goes to the Dallas Cowboys, and they laughed in my face. They said, you think Tom Brady's going to leave? I said, listen, he's got nothing else to prove up there. They're on the decline. Belichick's going to go to. I said, if you're Tom Brady and you want to play 2 more years, you want to go to an absolute Super Bowl contender. I said, he's going to go because Dak is not the answer. Watch. And watch. Tom Brady's going to go to the Raiders or Tom Brady's going to go to the Dallas Cowboys.
I think
He's not going to play in New England next year.
I got to agree with you.
I don't know.
I got to agree.
I don't
They're
know.
they're not going anywhere. They're on the downside.
Are you serious?
I'm dead
No,
serious.
are you serious?
Dead
Oh, they're good. No.
Come on.
They're still a good team, but they're not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
win.
Look, right.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Fair weather friend. Yeah.
No, I tell her, I bet with my wallet, not my heart.
Hey.
Right?
I got to ask you a question, Joe. You, me, and Mary, are we coaches? No, we're not. The coach knows.
You tell him, Daniel. That's
Coach knows.
Yeah.
Daniel, you tell him.
Yeah, you'll see.
What do
You
you?
gotta say it.
What if you call me
I know.
coach, right?
No, I'm not a coach. I'm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Daniel, you do not look like Charlie Sheen, by the way.
That was terrible, wasn't it?
That's
Listen,
that
I've heard a lot of
straight up
stuff.
rude.
We for what she's referring to, Joe and Coach, I was in a restaurant with my girls, and the waitress walked up to me and she said, you look like, and so when they pause, you're waiting to hear one of the Baldwins, Alec Baldwin, Billy Baldwin, whatever she's going to say, but it's something like that. And so I'm waiting for it to come out. She went, the guy on 2.5 Men. And I looked at her and I went, Charlie Sheen? And she goes, yes. And I said, you know what, man, I'm sending. And so I turned my phone on and I said, okay, now tell me again, who do I look like? And she goes, you look like the guy on 2.5 Men. I said, Charlie Sheen. I turned and looked at the camera and I went, I thought I heard it all. Now I look like Charlie Sheen. So
No, you don't.
listen, I'll take it.
Who do you get compared to looking like the most? Your brother Alec?
Yeah, the first time I ever did the Tonight Show, I got in a lot of trouble with my mother because as an actor, it's a big deal to do, Leno, Letterman, in my time, those were the 2 big shows to do. And now Fallon or whoever, it's going to be Kimmel. And so I had a recurring dream 2 nights in a row that I walked out and I fell down in front of Leno.
Oh,
I literally tripped and fell. So when I got introduced and I walked out, I walked like my feet were like 12 inches off the ground. I plodded myself down and I got to him. And the only time you have alone with a big talk show host is the first 5 seconds you walk out because they introduce you and hopefully the audience is clapping. You walk out in front of the desk, they shake your hand and say hello. So I walk out and Jay comes right from behind the desk and he says, Daniel, thanks for doing the show. And I said, Jay, thanks for having me on. As soon as I said, thanks for having me on, and he heard my voice, he said, you boys look so much alike from ear to ear. He had his hands from his lips to his eyebrow.
Yeah.
He said, and you sound so much alike. To what do you attribute that to? And I said, Jay, my mother and father were boring lovers. They did it in the same position all the time. I got a great laugh till I got home and got the message from my mother. Holy crap, my mother was so pissed.
Oh.
I told women from my church group to watch that show, you slob.
She must have loved you for that one.
Oh,
Man, she was so. I've gotten arrested swinging it out with 6 cops in hotel rooms. It didn't matter. Bar room brawling,
Yeah.
stealing cars. My mother never said a word. I get talked about my mother stripping my father on national television. That didn't go over well, Coach.
Oh, boy.
Didn't go over well, Coach.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't
man.
sound like it did, my friend.
No.
No, it did not. It did not.
oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're all Boston boys, Jay Leno,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, they're all from Boston, right?
Are they all from Boston?
All from Boston, yeah. They're all from Boston, pretty much.
Maybe they're all related. Let's start a rumor.
Yeah. Yeah. I think anybody could be related to Jay Leno, right?
No.
I think they were out of the dairy farm with Coach.
Actually, he's from Andover, right?
Mm.
He's in Andover.
Yeah, all those guys are from Boston. Well,
Yeah. I think Coach is the father of all of them.
yeah.
Could be.
I mean,
I got a few stragglers out there.
out of all the late night show hosts, the best one was Johnny Carson.
Yeah, he was very talented.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
top notch. That guy. I mean, he was.
Before my time, but yeah.
Yeah. And
How old are you, Coach?
55.
Joe, how old are you?
I'm 66.
Oh, you don't look 60. You look great.
I'm a young.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me.
I can't even see you.
I know.
You know, Coach, you have no wrinkles. None.
Yeah.
See?
You have no
Have I?
face, but you have no wrinkles either. I just want to say.
You hit the nail on the head, my good friend.
Just gonna keep moving, man. Just gonna keep moving.
That's right.
Yeah, Coach was a Rolling Stone, man.
Daniel, aren't you going to ask me how old I am?
I'm gonna say you're 35.
Really? For real?
Yeah.
No. I'll be I'll be 47 next month.
Wow.
Are you really that old?
Wow.
Oh, you don't look
Yes,
that
I'm
old.
really that old.
No,
Well, that was a compliment. I didn't. I guessed what I thought. 35.
I thought that was a pretty good guess.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not really buying Coach is 55, but I'm gonna let it go, Coach.
no, she's not 55.
Work will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, work will be. Will you? I need all I can get, my friend.
Oh. Yeah, Mary's a classic beauty. You don't still see women like that too often. That's
No.
for sure.
I saw her at the event, and the men could not take their eyes off. But your boyfriend didn't like that very much. He doesn't like the boys noticing you, Mary.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
that
happens.
is true.
That's what
Yeah,
happens.
he wasn't liking that. Mary was very popular amongst the people that ran in and wanted their picture taken with her.
Yeah.
Well,
Tough
thank
at
you.
tough at the top, Mary.
What's that?
It's tough at the top.
Yeah, it's tough at the top.
Tough at the top, kiddo.
Yeah. You know, when you're up on top of that
That's top of the
up
world.
that mountain, everyone's trying to knock you down.
Yeah.
You know what that's like, Coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
been there, seen it, done it.
Yeah. So speaking of tough at the top, we're at the top of the hour, and I want to thank Daniel Baldwin for coming in tonight with Mary. Mary, thank you.
Thank you guys.
For
Daniel,
bringing
thank you.
for bringing Daniel. We had a great time. Coach, you want anything to?
Daniel, it was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Mary, always a pleasure, honey.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Hey, I'm coming. Next time I come on,
Hey,
Joe,
come on.
if I'm invited back, I'm coming in the studio.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you'll love it here.
Oh,
I'm coming in.
You will absolutely love it here. Okay,
I'll take you around to the farms up here in New Hampshire.
you will love it here. Believe me. Okay,
Where exactly are you guys?
we're in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
You're on the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're in the East Coast. Yeah.
Where in New Hampshire?
Well, we don't. Do we like? Should we say where we are?
Yeah,
You know
I
that.
gotta say it.
we're in Derry, New Hampshire.
Coach,
Hampshire.
Coach, tell the truth. Are you in the witness protection
Where
program?
are you? Where
You're not
are you?
on camera.
You can
don't
tell
know
where
what
we are.
state you're in.
Tell them where we are.
We're up in Boston.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm a farmer.
yeah, he's a farm boy.
I'm a
You're
farmer.
in Boston, New Hampshire, for God's sake, Coach.
We're actually we're in New Hampshire, in southern New Hampshire. That's where we are. We don't want all our fans to come around because we just come back from
They
tour.
gotta come anyway.
Yeah, we were on
They
tour.
gotta come anyway.
You know what I mean? We just
I used to go to a place up there. Is it the Equinox? No, not the Equinox. the bed and breakfast up there that begins with an EQ in New Hampshire.
Whereabouts? Southern, northern?
I think it's called the Equinox, and like its claim to fame is that like 10 presidents from Lincoln, have stayed in this.
Oh, what? The Equinox. That's up in Vermont.
Oh, is it Vermont? Yeah, maybe it's Vermont.
That's in Vermont.
Yeah, it's Vermont. Yeah. That's a fancy place.
Yeah. I love that place.
We have a
Now
little-
I'm only, bro. You guys gotta realize I don't care who knows. I'm in Cleveland, New York, which is north of Syracuse. I'm not far from you guys.
No.
Yeah. That's a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
You better come back then, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming out, Mary. You got to come out to the show, though, Mary. You can't do it by. If I have to
I
go
don't-
up,
Yeah,
you got to fly out.
I don't think Mary will be grounded. That she can't really leave.
Yeah.
She has to be, stay home and
She's-
do her paintings, right? Right? I mean,
She's on timeout.
yeah, she's on timeout permanent.
Oh, Mary's on timeout from being
Yeah.
live in the studio.
No.
She's on timeout.
That's all.
This is.
You're gonna make me blush.
All right, I'm
so
not gonna say
stop.
anything. I'm not.
Oh, I want to know what you did. Come on now.
No, she didn't do anything.
No.
No, she didn't do anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm a good girl, actually.
Yeah. No, no.
That's my problem.
But
Mary, you're gonna fill me in on what you did.
she didn't do anything, right?
No.
We're gonna
it's
get
the
that. Listen, you
coach.
want to drive?
It's
Go-
the coach.
It's me. I'm a
Listen, Joe.
I'm a
Want to
trouble.
drive the ratings up?
Yeah.
What did you do, Joe? We'll start the whole thing going. The
Yeah.
viewers gonna want to know.
No, I mean it's
People are gonna wear T-shirts. What did Mary do?
No, the problem is right. All the female co-hosts that I had, because we've had a lot of them. The coach wants to go out with them. You know what I mean? He asks them out, right?
You blame me?
Right? He scares them all away. You know what I mean? I say don't do that. He doesn't do it to Mary because
No.
Mary's going steady.
Mary's going
Right.
steady.
Yeah, she's going steady. But all the other ones, they're all gone, right?
Yeah, as long as they're
Chased him
single.
out, huh, Coach?
Yeah, as long as they're single, my friend.
Yep. He's single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, I'm single, ready to mingle.
Yeah. But yeah, Daniel, you have to come up and into the studio. He'll love it here, right?
Oh, I'm coming up.
We'll buy some glow sticks.
You know what I'm gonna do? Well, that's all right, Coach. Because I'm gonna put the glow sticks on the roof of my car and drive around all of southern New Hampshire
Yeah.
until someone says, "Hey, over here, over here."
Yeah. The cows will be chasing you for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Man.
They'll be mounting the back of my car.
Well, we'll milk a couple of
Did I
cows
ever
together.
tell you
We'll
you
milk a couple
talk
of cows
loud?
together.
You talk loud.
Well,
You're a loud talker. You're sitting in a mic, and I can hear you. You don't have to talk loud. Just talk like a normal, like that. Go ahead.
you done?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You done?
Yeah, you're a loud talker.
Yeah, I'm a loud talker.
Yeah. It blows my ears out. But anyway, thanks for coming in, Daniel, tonight, Mary.
Yeah, guys.
As
Thanks, guys.
always.
Daniel, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yep. And
God bless you guys. Thanks for having me on.
thank you. And
Bye, Daniel.
everybody, we'll see everybody next week.
Yep.
Join us on Night Talk with Joe ROXX and the coach. And maybe if Mary comes back, we'll see what happens, right?
I'll be back.
Maybe
She's got to be
we'll
out of the timeout. She's got to be out of the timeout.
have some. glow
Maybe we're
sticks.
gonna we'll have Daniel in some time, right? He'll sit in with us.
Yeah.
That'll be
There you
good.
go.
That'll be a
Oh,
few
bro,
hours.
you kidding me? I'm already mapping out trying to predict where in southern New Hampshire you
Yeah,
are.
just run around with glow sticks, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna run.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
All
Daniel.
right, boys.
Really
Take care.
appreciate it.
Bye,
Thank you.
Mayor.
Thank
Pleasure,
you.
my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
You're all come back now. You hear?
Yeah. And that was good. Thank you, Mary, for that. That
Mary,
was
that
awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. We had a good time.
That was
Yeah.
great. Great seeing you.
Yeah, it was really a good time. Really good.
Yes, very, very much so. I'll be back next week. I
Yeah.
have guests lined
Really?
up for like the next 2 months. So
You do?
I
Wow.
do.
Wow. That's-
Hope you don't mind.
No,
No, not at all.
no.
Yeah, I have some pretty big people.
Good, very good. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah. I mean,
We missed you. Nice to have you back.
yeah.
Yeah, I missed you guys too. So
Well, I'm glad she's off time off for a little while, right?
Yeah. She got a
Stop, you guys.
Well,
she got a reprieve.
yeah. Yeah,
She got a reprieve.
yeah, well, we're harmless anyway, right?
Yeah, you're harmless.
I know I am.
So, but yeah, I mean, that was good. That was good. I mean, it was, slow going in the beginning, but we did, it started.
Mary come through.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
came
we-
through. She came through. Came through.
It with flying colors, kiddo.
Yeah. What? Because I'm not a good interviewer, Mary. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? right? You
No,
know,
I'm really what Daniel does. He blows my mind. I'm
What a
intrigued
great
by
guy.
everything he does. He uses his platform for good things, you know, not just
Yeah.
for fame. And I totally respect that. And he's really into God and religion, and he just has the most beautiful heart. So
Yeah.
I really like him.
yeah,
Really think
he
he's a great
sounds
guy.
like a great guy. I mean,
He's a keeper. He
Yeah.
sounds like a really,
He's a keeper.
he's a
Well,
keeper. He's a great guy. He is. He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
super guy.
when he comes up here with glow sticks, you know,
Well, we'll take that one day at a time.
yeah,
with that.
we will. But yeah, so I'll put this up, Mary, probably in about an hour or so.
Great
It'll be
interview.
back up.
Great
Um,
interview, Mary. Great job.
You know,
All right, guys.
thanks, Mary.
All right. Mwah. I'll
Good
see you
seeing
next
Mary.
week.
Good
Take
night,
care.
honey. We'll see you next
Good-
week.
Yep. Good night.
Bye.
No, let me see if I can get out of here. Hold on one second. Oh, let's see.
What a nice guy, huh?
Yeah, real nice guy.
Yeah.
Real nice guy.
I'm mapping out in New Hampshire with you guys. Huh?
Yeah, he's gonna hunt you down.
Yeah, huh? Just put in glow sticks. That's all.
Hang on one second.
Very interesting man. Very nice person.